Ladies and gentlemen, the GOAT has finally had his last match in professional wrestling, or I guess for him, sports entertainment. John Cena's last match against Gunther at Saturday night's main event left most of us feeling a little bit uneasy. It gave us at least for me, it was the feeling of when The Undertaker had lost to Brock Lesnar and the streak was over. It wasn't the ending that we had talked about or that we had predicted here on WrestleReel, but it really doesn't matter because John Cena had his final match. And what Michael Cole said, professional wrestler versus sports entertainer. Now, the match was pure professional wrestling. They didn't have to do much on the outside. They didn't have to bring in weapons or run-ins or any of that stuff. I mean, to go out the way that it did, and we'll get it more into this as we go further, but the use of the sleeper it makes me absolutely happy as a professional wrestling fan, and a professional wrestling fan of over 30 years. Watching that sleeper being applied like that and being used as an actual hold, I mean, not like WrestleMania with Jey Uso and Gunther, but we're talking about how it happened with John Cena, and just, they kept cinching it in. There was even a point in the match too as well where Gunther had John Cena at the top rope and was just smiling. It was something that we all we noticed it. We thought it was interesting. He was clearly having the time of his life. I mean, John Cena is your final match. I mean, it's a little bit different from the Goldberg match, right? So, the smile. John Cena overall, and he's got that headlock in and that smile on his face of it's over. My initial reaction it wasn't that pleasing. I was really actually upset when I initially watched the match live.
He's like, that's it.
He knows it's gonna
No!
Why did they no?
The fuck?
They made him give up, dude. He's supposed to never give up.
This is worse than The Undertaker losing.
Even questioning who's booking this thing, 24 hours later, you go back and you watch it, and it's pure cinema. Watching it with the headphones on and listening to the crowd and feeling it. Just the smile that comes upon John's face of, it's over. And just the tap, a lot of people are saying that, like, Trips is the one that booked it. I even was like, yo, Hunter, who the fuck is booking this thing, John got to really go out the way that, at least in my opinion, at least that what we've heard via the Pat McAfee show and other outlets that he has talked upon in the interviews that he's done this past week, and putting Gunther over is the smartest move. It is a timeless tradition. You do not go out on top, you go out on your back. It is just how it works. There is no business, unless you are like the mega star, there's no reason why you should be winning that match. I knew that John wasn't going to win that match, but what really upset me was just the tap out. And I understand, like, you never give up, you never surrender. He's never quit, not against Batista, not against Big Show, not against anybody, right? In all the years. But just the tap out. And I really want to know who he's looking at too as well. But what I would have loved to have seen is when John was in the sleeper and he did the smile, it was like coming to terms with it, but just go to the pass out. Just run out to the sunset. No tap out, just 3 to the arm and down. So with that finish that did happen, I did feel like it did fall a little bit flat in the moment, but overall, it's just pure, it's cinema. It's cinema. But the reaction to Triple H afterwards, kind of warranted, but not really warranted. Almost in a way of like, we should not have done it there just because it takes away from John. And again, as the audience, we're the ones who make the show. We're the ones who break the show. But still, I feel like we shouldn't have been, in that moment, so harsh on Triple H. And I was too. If you go back and watch the stream, I was ripping his ass. I was there booing too. We all wanted a different outcome. But overall, Triple H is among many of the booking community, and maybe John did have a scene in this. Maybe this was all going to be for Unreal so that they had a cliffhanger for season 3. But just the reaction of Triple H with the crowd, and then Triple H giving Cena the hug and the smile. I don't even know what the fuck that was, sir. I have absolutely no idea what the fuck that was. There was one thing though, John took off his sneaks, he took off his wristbands, he left everything in the ring. And even on the post show too as well, with just the feeling of Cody Rhodes. For myself to everybody, thank you, sir, for everything that you've done. You're the first professional wrestler that I've watched start a career and end a career. I watched you ruthless aggression live, and I watched your final match live. Lots in between there too as well. Sir, you're a legend, and much appreciate to you, and obviously wish you the best in whatever it is that you do. And I hope that Vancouver treats you as beautiful as it's treated so many others as well. John Cena's final match in the books. It is over. We roll on to the Royal Rumble next. Wow, what an event. Guys, I appreciate you watching this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe, all that fun stuff, whatever it might be. And, you know, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you, John. Appreciate you.